Linda and Mick feel buoyed when Stacey gives a statement to the police. But before they get too carried away, Stan points out it's her word against Dean's. Dean is upset when Stacey won't let him near Lily, but he's not one to go quietly, and he turns up at the Vic karaoke night, to the Carter's horror. Shabnam's secret is revealed this week after first she learns she's lost a job, then rows with Maz after he learns she's come into some money. Shabby tells Kush she's done something terrible and in an emotional state ends up in his bed. But when she thinks he's blurted out about their night together, she reveals her secret to a flawed Stacey. Sharon's still determined to wrestle back the Archers from Max, but he's not swayed. Wonder how he'll deal with Phil. Max, meanwhile, is banned from Emma's funeral, and he flies into a drunken rage when Carol tries to have a word with him. Alfie and Ian's bromance disrupts Jane's plans for a low-key wedding. So how will she feel about Ian's latest idea? The groom's party, all wearing tartan kilts. Next, we visit Corrie. Dave is desperate to get Kylie back, he even leaves a message lying that Gail's dead. But when he learns she's been caught shoplifting, he sets off to find her. He's gutted when the shoplifter turns out to be Gemma, who has Kylie's bag and claims she disappeared after running out of drugs. Again, Callum warns David off, threatening to reveal to Max he's his dad. David's worried that with Kylie absent, Callum could take Max back, and he's right to be fearful when Callum turns up on the street and chats to Max and Katie. After Norris labels him a coward for walking away from the crash, Michelle blurts out Steve has clinical depression. Steve's devastated when Ches won't let him visit Sinead, who's being tested for paralysis. But there may be hope when she thinks she can feel her leg. Todd is jealous of Eva's plans to buy a flat with Jason, although Jason realises he can't afford it just yet. Jason's unhappy when Eva reveals Tony offered to lend him a deposit, and Todd spies an opportunity to stir by suggesting Eva and Tony are up to something else. Finally, we descend on the Dales. Pete panics when he learns Emma's babysitting Jack, and he tells Debbie the truth about his mother. Meanwhile, Moira tells Kane that Emma blames her for ruining her life. Pete wants Emma gone so he can keep the terrible secret from his brothers. Later, Emma and James argue, and James slips under some farm machinery and is pinned, but Emma simply walks away and leaves him to die. Suddenly she sees Pete and goes into nurse mode as the paramedics are called. Pete doesn't trust her a bit and decides what he needs to do. Katie's suspicions about Robert grow when she hears him booking a hotel, and she decides she and Chrissy should follow him. What will they find? Aaron, meanwhile, lets slip to Paddy he's seeing someone, and later tells him even more than he means to. The walls are closing in on Robert.